Hello all, my name is Adonis and welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be doing a love coming spread for all of my Sagittarius out there for the week of August 18th to the 24th. So that's from August 18th to the 24th. Without any further ado, let's jump right in and see what the cards have to say. Sun rising Venus Jupiter, Sun rising Venus Jupiter. Some cards I need to see, some cards I need to see. Sun rising Venus Jupiter, some cards I need to see, some cards I need to see. What kind of love is coming towards my Sagittarius during the week of August 18th to the 24th. Some cards I need to see, some cards I need to see. Ooh. Okay. All right. Well, right off the bat here, we got the Moon card. Okay, so there is something very deceptive about this person that's approaching you. There's something very deceptive about this person that's approaching you during this week. There's some hidden perils here. Something not quite right going on with this individual. Now, this individual is a water sign individual. Okay? Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. Alright, so there's some deceptive stuff going on with this water sign individual. Now, with that being said, they do, looking for an equal give and take here. They're looking to be kind of generous, alright? So they are generous. Looking for an equal give and take, looking for something, something decent. However, they were pursuing you, but then you got the Hangman here. Seemed like at some point they were pursuing you, but because of their particular situation, where there was kind of like some hidden peril, some deceit going on, and they were kind of like, hey, they were kind of coming on a little bit. Then you got the Hangman here, okay? You got the Hangman. They kind of paused for a second. All right, they kind of put the brakes on because they were kind of dealing with some other stuff. Then okay, so then they resume. Six of Swords. Then things start kind of calming down a little bit with their potential situation. You start moving towards calmer waters, okay? And we got the Seven of Cups here. So then, they start, they weren't just pursuing you. It looks like they also were pursuing other people as well. But because there was some kind of drama going on against something that was deceptive, they kind of had to put the brakes on it. Once things start kind of clearing up and they felt like, okay, now I can presume as usual, I can, then they kind of start moving back into calmer waters, kind of like, pursuing other individuals again. Now this person, they're using their intuition here. They're using their intuition to pretty much, feel their way through this situation here. But I'm seeing Three of Swords here. This is a third party situation here, so of course you have other options, but I'm just going to come right out. This person is a player. This person is a player. This person possibly even is married, to be honest with you. There's a possibility this person is married. And it was getting a little bit too hot for them. They were talking a good game. They were talking to quite a few people, and things started getting a little hot. Maybe their partner started to kind of like realize what they were doing, or maybe they were about to be discovered, so they kind of like dipped out. They kind of stopped talking so much, or they kind of like disappeared or something. And then once they kind of were able to resolve things on their end, then they kind of went, kind of calmed things down. Things were choppy, things that kind of start getting calmer again. It's like the player returns, yo, what's up? And this person starts talking a lot of smack all over again. A lot of smack to people. And this person's kind of using their intuition, like, all right, this is how I can kind of play it this way, I can kind of play it that way. This person is also a very manipulative individual too. Now again, it's funny, we got the Temperance card here at the end. Again, they're looking for an equal give and take. Looks like they're gonna, wine you and dine you, and you kind of go out, you have a good time, they buy you gifts, spend time with you, but they're married. They're married with someone else, or they're in a very long-term serious commitment with someone else. So it looks like they want to have their cake and eat it too, pretty much. That's what I'm feeling going on here. So with that being said, let's see what kind of strengths you're going to be working with here, because you're going to need them. Okay, so Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter. Show me the cards I need to see. Show me the cards I need to see. What kind of strengths are my Sagittarius going to be dealing with during the week of August 18th to the 24th? What kind of strengths are my Sagittarius going to be dealing with during the week of August 18th to the 24th? Okay, so here we go. Strength. Got the King of Wands. So a strength that you have is you have the ability to look at the long view of a situation, to see it through to its end, okay? To see the potential outcome here. And that's good. You're definitely going to need it with this situation right here. Yeah, that's good. You also got the Six of Pentacles here. So again, you're looking for generosity. You're looking to be generous as well. Receive generosity. It's okay, so that's good. We got the Five of Pentacles here, which says that you know what it's like to feel like to be left out in the cold. Okay, because you've dealt with that before. And we got the Nine of Swords. It caused you quite a bit of depression, anxiety, that sort of thing. It's keeping you up late at night here. So you know what that feels like to be left out in the cold, and to pretty much, in addition, okay, we got the Three of Cups here. Possible, the celebration, things of that nature, possible third-party situations. So you know all about that. And the third-party situation looked like you were in. Again, it kind of left you out in the cold, caused you a bit of anxiety. It was something, possibly looks like it was a thing that happened at a club or something like that. So, again, these are all your strengths. So it looks like you learned whatever you needed to learn from that particular situation. Now, with that being said, you do got the Magician here, which means that you have the ability to manifest. Okay, manifest things into your own reality that you want. So you do have that ability to manifest that. And you got the Six of Swords here, which tells me that, you have moved from a very choppy situation into calmer water. So, and that calmer waters moving possibly had a lot to do with this Five of Pentacles situation, the Nine of Swords situation that we're talking about here as well. And, finally here we have the, Page of Swords here, which sometimes can be seen as an immature energy. Really depends on the positioning of the card. In the context of this, I would say, it could possibly be immaturity, and again, these are the strengths. Immaturity being seen as a strength. Well, here's how that would work. You've been hurt before. Okay, so once burnt, twice shy. So you're a little cautious, and sometimes maybe some of the caution that you emote can be seen as kind of like childish, like, oh wow, why are you worried about that? But in your mind, you're like, wait a minute, nah, I gotta know for sure. I gotta know that my I's are dotted and my T's are crossed for sure. And it may come off as being unreasonable, unreasonable. You want to make sure, that type of thing. That makes this kind of irrational, unreasonable, but you do what you got to do to protect yourself. Okay, so that's the kind of energy that you're probably giving off, but you know why you're doing it. It's to protect yourself, and there's nothing wrong with that. Okay, so let's find out what type of What kind of things from your past that could prevent the situation from taking shape here? Summarize Venus, Jupiter, summarize Venus, Jupiter, some cards I need to see, some cards I need to see. What kind of things from my Sagittarius past that could possibly affect the outcome of this particular situation? Some cards I need to see, some cards I need to see. You know, I'm gonna get this another shuffle here. One more. I want to make sure that I'm really getting the energy on that. Summarize Venus, Jupiter, some cards I need to see. What kind of things from my Sagittarius past that could possibly prevent them from pursuing a situation. I need to. Okay, there we go. Oh shit, this is funny. Alright, so can't make this up, folks. What could prevent you from pursuing a situation? Boom! Another moon card. A deceptive, deceitful shit is what that is. So that's exactly what this individual approaching you is. I'm glad to see that. And that's exactly what we got going on here. So it's good to see that is something that is a deal breaker. Someone that is deceitful, and you see that this person is deceitful. Again, you learned all the lessons that you needed to learn. So someone being deceitful is an absolute deal breaker. Boom, kill it. And I'm so glad to see that. In addition here, you got the Ace of Pentacles. What also can prevent this from being potentially coming off is if something better comes along. Another potential for another long-term opportunity that comes along that could absolutely, or someone that you're currently that you were dealing with already, and you know, it looks like that's really going to be a great opportunity for a connection. That'll also just ruin all of this. And finally, the Tower. Again, if there's some kind of disastrous situation dead ahead, you know, nonsense, bullshit, chaos, you know, it'll ruin that. It'll ruin the opportunity. And I'm usually try to stay neutral with these things. But good for you. Good for you. That's all I'll say about that. So, with that being said, let's see what the spirits have to say with any additional information. What additional information the spirits have to say here. Show me cards. Show me cards. Ooh. Right off the bat, we got two that wanted to jump out and say something. So, moderation, balance, moderate your time. Make sure you have balance in your life. Keep yourself grounded at all times. And have a sense of moderation. That is something that's very, very, very important. You don't want to make sure you burn out. You want to be able to keep yourself balanced so you can see pieces of shit like this coming towards you. Forgive my French, but I'm very, you know, about people that are deceitful right from the start. Got a real problem with that. But again, being able to be moderate, keeping yourself balanced, you be able to have your high beams on so you can see this type of crap coming at you. Second of all, dependability. You want to make sure that, you know, the person that you're going to be pursuing is able to be dependable. You're going to be able to depend on this person. You're giving them your heart. You're giving them your emotions. You're giving them yourself. You want to make sure that, you know, that they're going to give it back. They're going to give it back. That they're going to, like in kind, give you theirs, and it's going to be an equal exchange. So, you know, being able to depend on each other's emotions. Now, again, it looks like this person absolutely was looking for an equal give and take, but they were looking for an equal give and take and wanted to have their thing on the side too. So that's a no-no there. And finally, Spirit wants you to know you got the unity, moving together as one, being a one person, one mind. You know, one person starts the sentence, the other person finishes the sentence. That type of thing, unity. That person does exist out there. You want to pursue someone like that. So be wary of people like this. Okay? With that being said, I'm going to shut this thing down now. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe. This is a general love reading, so if it resonated with you, please feel free to get a personal reading so we can dig a little deeper. If it didn't, also feel free to get a personal reading so we can dig into your situation. I'll leave all the information, the links below. Again, my name is Adonis, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.